In a moment. Okay. All right. And now I'll add a few mint leaves. I'll just give them a head start on chopping them up. Give the blender a little bit of a start. Boy, you can smell that watermelon. It's just so fragrant. I love that. Buttermilk, okay? It's better than yogurt. Use about 2 cups of buttermilk. And then sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, let me get my blender here. And then blend it. I start it slowly. And then I'll work up to a little bit higher speed. Doesn't take long, 2 seconds. All right, we'll just blend it. All right, now, I prefer the yogurt. It's a little bit thinner and has a little bit better flavor, I think, personally. But the thing we're doing here is we're interested, not mainly, but partially in color. Mainly in color. Let's say that. Okay, now I have a nice little mint sprig. I can put this, float that right in the top there. And you end up with a nice lassi. You can use more sugar or less sugar. I like things very sweet, so I would probably add more sugar. But start out with 4 tablespoons of sugar, and then go from there. Here we have, how much did we end up with? Fair amount. This is excellent, and it looks beautiful. Looks marvelous. Okay. It's perfect. All right, so that's step 2, lassi. Okay, now let's switch to the color green. Okay, what I want to show you how to do is make a cilantro chutney, which is an excellent condiment. Goes well with a lot of different kinds of food, mostly spicy food, south of the border food, eastern food, some Indian food, things like that. Okay, so what I want to do is I start with cilantro, obviously, since that's the namesake of the dish. Okay, I'm going to take a good handful, probably 2 cups of fresh cilantro, and I pack it into my blender. Blender again. Yeah, but it's good. This is excellent. What I want to do is take a jalapeno. Okay, I have a jalapeno just coarsely chopped. Okay, that's going in there. Jalapeno adds a little bit of heat. But actually the jalapenos now they're more or less not as pungent as they used to be. Used to be jalapeno had a lot of fire. I don't know how that they're breeding new ones or they've cross-pollinated or what, but the jalapenos aren't as hot, which is okay. You can always add more, or you can buy another chili. You can make it hotter or cooler. This will be medium. Okay, I have a bunch of fresh mint, maybe half a cup. In it goes. Okay, and I take a lime. This is a bigger lime. What I want to do with this lime, I take this lime and I roll it on the cutting board. Okay, that helps to break up all the little cells in there that hold the juice. Okay, so it's much easier to get the juice out of it. I'll take this lime, cut it in half, and then I just squeeze it. Squeeze out all the juice that I can get right into this blender. All right. You can add more, you can add less. You can have it a little tart. You could leave the lime out altogether. It's up to you. You've got to eat it. You've got to serve it to your guests. You know what they like. You know what you like. Okay, so this is the basis of it. And I'll take a little bit of salt. Okay. Oh, teaspoon of salt. All right. Sugar. Half a tablespoon of sugar. And I take a little bit of oil. Okay. The oil will help more or less hold it together. And now I'll start trying to get this to blend. What you have to do with this is you have to keep stirring it up until it gets really packing it in. You have to keep stirring it and packing it until it gets going so it's a little more liquid. Wait till the blades stop. Don't poke your spoon in there while the blades are running. Dangerous. The other option is use your Cuisinart, which, if this continues to give me a hard time, we'll be switching to the Cuisinart. It's getting started. It's getting there. See, it looked like we were going to end up with about 6 cups of this, and we're actually going to end up with a fairly small amount. But it's a condiment, don't worry. You're not serving it like soup. All right, what do we got? Hey, look. Ah, there it is. Okay, where's my ear? See, what you end up with is something that is gorgeous color and tastes good too. Now what you might want to do if you find that there's not enough salt in it, or maybe it's too mild for you, you want it hotter, you can adjust the seasonings. Okay, this is the basics. What I just gave you is the basis for the cilantro chutney, and it's not, look at, see, nice smooth paste, but look at the color of it. Can you see that pretty good? The color of it's just awesome. It's outstanding. I mean, that's why we're here. This stuff is delicious and colorful. Okay, so there you are. Now, this is served, normally when I eat with my Indian friends, they serve it about a teaspoon at a time. Okay, it's just an enhancement of the dish. It should not overpower the food that you're serving. So, you know, just dole it out a little at a time. It's precious. All right, more color. Now what we want to do is make a purple cabbage slaw, like coleslaw, but with the purple cabbage instead of that pale washed out green cabbage that normally is used. It'll be just as tasty and way better looking. So, okay, here's my purple cabbage. So I took off the outer leaves. Okay, the outer leaves are usually ugly. They've been traveling a lot. They're dirty. So I take off the outer leaves, rinse it, and now I'm ready. Okay, cut it in half. Cut it into a quarter. And then I take out this main stem, which shouldn't even have to tell you. Shouldn't have to tell you to do that. Now, what I like to do with mine, I remember distinctly in the summer, my uncle would make coleslaw. He was the only one that made it in our family. It's my uncle. And he grated the cabbage, right? He got one of these, and he did this. Okay, and this is what you come out with. It's too fine. I don't like it. I didn't like it when I was a kid. I don't like it now. Don't do it. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the cabbage and you're going to cut it by hand. Takes longer. Well, it might not even take longer, depending. How skilled are you with the knife? Use the knife and cut like this. When you're cutting with the knife like this, I don't know if we can get an angle to see, but hold your knuckles back a little bit. You put your fingertips, you curl your fingers, okay? You get your fingertips on there, and you run the knife blade, the side of the knife blade along your can you see that? I don't know, can you get a shot of that? It's tough. Well, anyway, just do it. It takes a little practice, but it's good. You save a lot of cut fingers. Hemorrhaging in the kitchen is not good. Here's just what you do, okay? Thin. All right, what you want to make is a thin slice. Looks like a shredded cabbage, but not, I repeat, not on that grater. Okay, this is what you want to end up with. Okay.